Willie Mooch here. I started this video because I was thinking about comparing the Chadley feats of Kozuki Oden with that of Bartholomew Kuma, but then when I started preparing the notes for the video, I realized, oh my god, the feats of Oden are massive. Yes, Kuma is great in his own right, but the feats of Oden are incredible. Initially, I thought, okay, Kuma was catching up to Oden, but wow, I was so inspired along the way that I started writing a freaking poem in homage to Oden, you know? So, because initially I thought, oh my god, Bartholomew Kuma went from being a slave to being a pastor to being a revolutionary to later being a king. Surely this guy has some of the greatest feats in the history of One Piece, right? But then as I was preparing the video, I realized, oh my god, the feats of Kozuki Oden are incredible. Like, not even before the age of 18, this guy is just doing ridiculous stuff, you know? And so I ended up writing a poem or compiling a poem about Oden pre 18 Oden. So without further ado, here it is. At less than 1 year old, he flung his wet nurse across the room. At 2, he caught 2 rabbits. By 4, it become a habit. He throw boulders in the air, and he used 1 to crush a bear. At 6, he left his home, the red light district he'd roam, spending and spending royal funds, rubbing shoulders with Kuri's scum. He had maybe just reached the bar, but he was already getting drunk. And at 9, it was just the same. The Yakuza had known his name. Oden, what a boy.
What?
No, Oden, what a man. To oppose him, you'd be damned, for Oden was set to boil. It's in his name, he'd be your foil. Oden. And then later he becomes the daimyo of Kuri, which is a class below the shogun. He earns the followers of the Azakaya 9, and he wields the 2 blades, the Ame no Habakiri and the Enma, which are created by Tengen Tetsuyama. Tengen Kitetsu Sukiyaki, aka Sukiyaki. Yeah, this guy is just absolutely incredible, and just to see him survive being dragged by Whitebeard for 3 days in the ocean, this guy is absolutely incredible. You know, that's not even just getting to him wanting to open the country and then wrangling all the crooks of Kuri and bringing them together, and you know, establishing the Azakaya, who were his support system. You know, really just an incredible human, and with the spirit of adventure still, you know, inside of him. You know, he's able to defeat that mountain god. I think he was 17 years old when he defeated the mountain god, aka the big stupid looking boar that that was, you know, like the size of a mountain or the size of a hill. He becomes a member of the Rocks Pirates legendary cruise. I remember, sorry, not a member of the Rocks Pirates, a member of the Whitebeard Pirates, and then later a member of the Roger Pirates. Like, this guy is absolutely incredible, like the life that he lives. And then he's a thinker and a writer as well. You see that in chapter 964, I think it is, when he has the he writes in his journal, he's like, the world is full of new sights, cold and heat, like never felt, flora, fauna, races, strengths, thoughts, all of it different. I feel like my eyes are reopened every day. Everything is so much more than I could have imagined when he was within Wano. I am so little, a tiny, insignificant speck in the world, vast, you know, and anything can happen, the world at large, and anything can happen. And is Oden, you know, affirming his position in the world and how sheltered he was in living in Wano, and the life that he had, and realizing, wow, the world is so huge. So I think it's safe to say that I never got towards the comparison between Kuma's feats and Oden's feats because I was so enthralled by this, that I just kept working along these lines and listening and discovering the new feats and reaffirming the feats of Oden that I already known. It really sparks that romance in me for the series, that romance that Luffy had when he set out on this adventure to begin with, that romance about the possibilities of adventure in the sea and everything. And I really get to feel that again and again with characters like Oden, with characters like Kuma. And, it's just so cool to see and so cool to feel the freshness of a series that has been, around for so long. And, and to feel that spark, that reimagination of a new beginning, even though we're so far along, I just really enjoy this series and these characters, Odin and Kuma and Luffy. Luffy's probably my favorite character. I know that's kind of cliche, but there's nothing like the spirit of adventure is everything for me. Anyway, that's the video. Peace. Spark the light. They came true though. Who would have thought a city float up in the sky?